Saluton kaj bonvenon. Mi estas Becky de Keep It Simple Esperanto. If you want videos teaching Esperanto, if you want to laugh at me learning Esperanto, if you want videos that will help you to practice listening to your Esperanto, then don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the little bell symbol. That means you'll get a notification whenever I release a new video, so you won't miss one. So honestly, since my last progress update, I don't think very much has changed. I've been very busy. I haven't had much chance to actually study Esperanto. I've been trying to do the vlogs with mixed results, but I'm really enjoying the process. And actually, by doing the vlog, it's really made me aware, particularly when I'm editing, it's made me really aware of the mistakes that I'm making. First of all, the accusative. I do know how to use it. I'm just bad at using it when I'm speaking. I forget, I get confused. So I need to just, I think, be more aware of how I'm using the accusative and just keep practicing. I've also noticed I use a lot of Spanish when I'm speaking Esperanto, particularly instead of kai, I say y, which is the word for and in Spanish. There's a couple of other Spanish words that just slip in every now and again. Sometimes I realise I've said it. Sometimes it's not until I'm editing the video that I realise I've said it and it's too late to go back. I can't do anything about it then. So it's a bit embarrassing. So if you're watching my videos and you think that's not an Esperanto word, that sounds Spanish, yeah, it probably is. Sorry. Conversely, when I'm trying to speak Spanish, I'm trying to have a Spanish conversation, I still somehow slip some Esperanto words in there, which is a bit frustrating, and my Spanish speaking friends are laughing at me. So I really need to learn to separate the two languages. Another thing I think is quite an English thing, an English speaking thing. We have a letter, or rather it's not a letter, it's a sound in our language called schwa, which is an sound. It's a really lazy sound, and we say it in a lot of our unstressed vowels are actually this schwa sound. And I think it's a really common thing when English speakers are learning another language. We still use the schwa a lot, and most other languages, if any, most languages don't use schwa. So that's why we can sound a bit lazy with the vowels. And I notice I am doing that. There's a few syllables where I'm not pronouncing the vowels properly, so I need to really pay attention to that. Another thing is to be expected, but it's very frustrating. Particularly in the vlogs, there's a lot of really interesting stuff I want to be able to say. I want to be able to tell you about my experiences and talk to you about the things that I've been learning and seeing, and my vocabulary is just too limited. It's to be expected, you know, I am a beginner at Esperanto, but it's just really frustrating when I'm trying. I really want to pass on a message to you, but I can't because I just don't know how. I just don't have the words. And it's the same in other languages, you know. When you're a beginner in any language, obviously you can't be expected to know everything at once, but it's really annoying. You have all these ideas inside that you want to express, but you just don't know how. You either don't have the words or you don't have the grammar to be able to accurately convey what you want to say. It's really annoying. So I have been using the dictionary on my phone constantly, and sometimes I feel like I'm picking up the wrong word in the dictionary. So please, if you notice me using vocabulary incorrectly, if you see me making mistakes, write in the comments, tell me, Becky, you said this wrong. Becky, this is a better way to say it, please, because I really need that help. I am getting slowly better at the correlatives. That's the words like tia, kia, tia, kia, etc. But it's still not perfect. So I still get confused between them all, and I still have to stop and think, you know, what's the difference between kiel and kiel? What's the difference between kia and kiu, for example? And I just find it makes my speech really slow, because I have to, when I come to one of the correlative words, I stop. I think, oh, how do I make the connection between them? What does it mean? Am I using the right one? And it makes my sentences really slow. So I am going to reread Mastering the Correlatives. I'm going to put a link to my video reviewing that up here because it is a really, really good book. And I read it once when I was right at the beginning of my Esperanto journey. So I like to think that I've practiced and improved slightly since then, and it'll make even more sense than it did then. So that's one of the things I'm going to go back to. So if you're learning Esperanto, what's the biggest difficulty that you have? What sort of things have you noticed that you do? What mistakes do you keep making? Let me know in the comments, and hopefully between us we'll be able to find a way to get around these problems. So my plan for going ahead is to read more. I definitely think that reading improves your vocabulary. It means that you can stop and analyse a sentence. With speech, it's gone, it's past. You can't really, unless it's, obviously if you're watching a video or something, you can pause, you can rewind, watch it again. But if you're speaking to somebody, the words are fleeting, they're just disappeared as soon as they're said. So it's very difficult, in my opinion, to analyse a language through listening. So I want to read some more. I am very slowly reading La Hobbito, but it's a bit hardcore, so I've got some other things going on, some other things that I'm reading, and I'll let you know about them and what I think of them when I've finished them. So yeah, definitely more reading. I'm also trying to do more vlogs, so I hope you like them. Let me know if there's anything in particular you want to see, if you want a vlog on a particular topic, for example, a video rather on a particular topic in Esperanto. I'm really enjoying doing them. They are really long-winded to edit, but I like it. I'm having a lot of fun doing it, so I'm sorry, I'm going to keep bombarding with Esperanto vlogs on my terrible Esperanto for the time being. As well as rereading Mastering the Correlatives, I'm also going to reread Teach Yourself Esperanto. I put a link up here to the video I made reviewing this book. This is a very old version, but it's perfect. I love it. Last time I didn't do the exercises in it, so I'm going to try and reread a bit more slowly and actually do the exercises to practice. So that's on my list of things to do. I also thought to improve my vocabulary and to improve, well, to at least understand better where my weaknesses are, I would keep a diary. I've never kept a diary in my life. I'm just going to keep a brief diary at the end of each day. Just write down a few notes about what happened in that day, what I'm doing now, and what I'm going to do tomorrow. So I've been in Ireland recently, so I treated myself to a shiny new notebook. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. It's got a little Irish harp on it. So this is going to be my diary for practicing Esperanto, and hopefully that'll at least give me some practice, because again, I'm still struggling to find people to practice with. Although I have got a couple of people on Instagram I speak to now, which is really good. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm KIS Esperanto. I do a word of the day, so each day you get a photograph and the vocabulary that is attached to it. So if you're an Esperanto speaker, what difficulties are you facing? If you're an advanced speaker, what difficulties did you face in the past and how did you overcome them? If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'm putting out vlogs, I'm reviewing resources, I'm trying to provide some insight into the learning process of Esperanto, so you can see it's not difficult. It's difficult like learning any languages, but as a language it is really, really simple. And so I would encourage you, if you're completely new to Esperanto, if you don't know what it is, I strongly recommend you look into it and give it a try. We're a good community. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.